Well, this is after the video. Throughout the entire video, y'all are going to hear me calling it an Arkansas Shiner. Um, don't know why I said that. Don't know why I kept calling it that. I guess I had Arkansas in my mind. It is an Alabama Shiner. So anytime I say Arkansas Shiner, just replace Arkansas with Alabama. I'm not perfect, y'all. And I'm definitely not reshooting the video just to change a word. But I love y'all, and I hope you enjoy the video. Here it is. So let's get started and see what we can come up with. That's what it would look like after clear coat. Obviously it being matted as of right now of an Arkansas Shiner. Alright, welcome in everybody. So today we are going to try and do excuse me, sorry, I was yawning. Today we're going to try and do an Alabama Shiner. So hopefully y'all are seeing that good. Try and get up here closer where y'all can see it. So it's a pattern I've never really done a whole lot of, but we are definitely going to give it a good attempt. So let's get started and see what we can come up with. I've already got the bill kind of cleaned up, the lure. I'm getting ready to scratch it down some more, get it all good and cleaned up. Just get some of them little rough spots from where they cleaned it up at the factory, where everything's glued together. And any mold release and stuff like that gets it off there. I'm gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up and get some primer on it, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody, we're back. We got the primer on there now, and it's good and dry and set up. So now what we want to do is go in with a little bit of pearl white. And that will just help give everything at least we're just going to do it on the bottom portion of the lure. And what that will do is it will help to give just that little bit of sparkle and shine. Gotta get it on you. Alright, I'll set that over there. Waste not, want not. See that sparkle there? That's what we're going to put on the belly. Oh my goodness. It's not a painting session unless you get paint on you. Alright, now we're going to reduce that down because it is a little thick. Alright. I just used the end of my clean out brush. there's the pearl white. Alright, now we'll clean everything out. Just using distilled water to clean everything. All the paints I'm using today are water-based paints, water-based acrylics. So just distilled water does a really good job at cleaning up. You can use the tap water if you wish to. The only problem with that is if you have like hard or soft water, you might over time get deposits inside your airbrush. So that's something to keep in mind. That's why I use distilled water. All right. So now we are going to go ahead and put down, if you remember right from the reference photo, got a cord on it. There's a teal and a green line right underneath this yellow line. We're going to go ahead and get that in there and start working out from there. Does not take much. Alrighty. Get our air pressure turned down here. Alright, now we're just going to put it right along the lateral line. Let it fade in the tail area just a little bit. Because you don't have a whole lot of teal involved in this one, but it needs to be there, in my opinion, to match the reference photo. Stay there, towel. Alright. The next color we're going to switch over to a transparent green. Once I get my mixing tray cleaned out here. Now we're just going to use a transparent green, or I'm going to try and use this transparent green. It's Swamp Transparent Green by Chrome Air. Being transparent, it should be a fairly thin paint. Most transparents I've dealt with have always been pretty thin, so we're going to find out. Hopefully it's thin too. Nah, this one's going to have to be reduced as well. Not bad, but it's definitely thicker than I expected. Alrighty. And we're just going to fade this in along the top of the teal, very gently. It will almost take the teal over. But you'll still be able to see it's there. Alright, so there's that. Alright. Let's clean the top of this thing off. It needs it before we store it away. It's starting to get dried up. Alright, so we got that. Now let's try and get the top part of it. And we're going to do a little bit of something different with that yellow line. So we're not going to do like a complete mimic. I'm thinking that we bring it through with a little crackle and also use it as an undertone for the next color. So we're going to use Wicked Golden Yellow. And this is just a simple little pattern that's, from what I hear, is very effective. I've never tried it, but a lot of people tell me it's a very effective pattern. So I figured, well, if it's that effective, I need to get my own style of it. So I decided to try it out. Let me get a stencil here. Because I want to do a crackling design, so to say. Let's use one of these. Let's say this one. So I got me a little texture stencil. That might be a little thick. That's gonna work. We're just going to texture it down through here. Kind of like that. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Do that on both sides. Then I'll try and get it closer where y'all can see it. There we go. And don't worry, that's not going to be the only bit of yellow we put through there like that. That's just a small accent. So we're going to bring in the darker colors on the top. And then when we get done with all that, we'll probably take a yellow or a gold and do that same thing right through the middle. That little bit of crackling I just put in has a good chance of completely disappearing. But it might not. And if it don't, it's going to do exactly what I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping between it and another gold or yellow, it just have a really cool little, like a little mottled effect through the middle. Let's see if this color is what I'm looking for. This is a detail burnt umber. Hopefully, it winds up being the tone that I'm looking for. I'll spray it on some yellow over here on the paper first. Because the color underneath changes the color on top. I think that's going to do what I want. Alright, so there's that. The color we're going to go on top of that is going to be a burnt orange after I get my airbrush cleaned out. If you're not careful when you're messing with brown tones, like what we just got done spraying on there, it can get, for lack of better words, it can get ugly quick. Your yellows and your brown and your oranges. They really help browns come to life. So go get that color. I didn't have it set out. You shouldn't take a lot of this color. And if y'all are wondering, all this is a flow aid. It just helps make sure it don't get tip dry and stuff like that. Something I started using some time ago. Takes just a couple drops, or actually more like a drop, but every time it seems like more than a drop comes out. And then a reducer. Might have to mix a little bit more paint with the amount that come out there. But this will give us our darker tone down the middle. And I'm hoping that orange will help fade out on the edges. Because usually this will stay dark in the middle and the edges will come to a orange color. If y'all haven't noticed by now, I do a lot of multiple layers of different colors to really create the effects I'm looking for. That's just my painting style. It allows me to gently build up colors. All right. Let me get this sprayed out and I'll give you all a good close-up view of what we got going so far. And this might not be a traditional Arkansas shiner that everyone else does, I'm sure. I'm still working on the pattern. So to say, this is just kind of my first attempt at it. Of course, it's not going to be like everyone else's. Well, I'm not everyone else. Other people have probably done multiple of this pattern and this color scheme. I have not. Alright, so let me get y'all a better view of it here. All right, now we're going to probably put a little bit of that. I'm trying to think of what kind of yellow I want to put through the center of it there. How about we do detail yellow? Maybe some detail? No. I think we're gonna get some mustard yellow in there. I'll put a little bit of mustard yellow. We'll kind of gently bring it through here. So let's swap our brushes here. All right. Shouldn't take a whole lot of this one to build up. So there's our yellow stripe. time to get some darker colors in there. Is airbrushed cleaned out. Now, let's set this yellow to the side. And I think I changed my mind. We're going to take that stencil we used before. I said, most of that yellow, it disappeared a little bit, but it's still in there kind of the way I wanted it. And we're going to take some black and we're going to kind of speckle the top a little bit. right. There's that. We're not done yet. One thing black does really well, it goes very good. I mean very good. With color shifters. I didn't say this is going to be a completely traditional Arkansas shaft. Alright, now we'll add just a couple little finer details. Actually, about one or two more little details and she'll be done. I'm thinking because they do have little white specks on their nose, or on top of their head, I should say. I think we're going to add that to it. And at that point, this is going to be done. Now we'll be painting this pattern more often, trying to get more used to the design of it, so to say, because they all have their own little quirk. I am sorry about the camera bouncing around, y'all. I know that's got to get annoying. But unfortunately, my floors are not 100% solid, so to say. They flex underfoot. Let me get everything cleaned up, y'all, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back. I have a matte varnish sprayed on it right now, which I use as a mid coat. That's just to help keep the glare down, but let you be able to see the colors almost what it would look like after clear coat. Obviously, it being matted, you're not going to see them exactly the same. Let's bring this closer so y'all can see it. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let me move the camera and we'll go from there. So I'll be right, here we go. Y'all got a lot better, closer view of it now. All right, you can see the original yellow we first sprayed with the stencil. You can see a little bit of stenciling right there. I said most of it's going to get covered up. It's just there for a little bit of an accent, but kind of wanted to see if I could bring a detail into it. Then you got the teal green line. And then you got your gold or yellow line. Got your brown copper top with that color shift throughout it. Not too bad. Definitely till I put a twist on the top of it. But there is my version, as of right now, of an Arkansas Shiner. I am going to call this particular one a dirty Arkansas Shiner because of the speckling on the back. So hopefully y'all like this video. If you do, please subscribe. Give me a like, comment down in the comment section what you did or didn't like about the video, and let me know what you think. Any input, any advice, any suggestions as far as what to paint next. I'm all about hearing from you guys. I appreciate y'all, and I hope y'all have a wonderful night. This is Danny Rainbolt with Rainbolt Custom Lures, signing out. And also, hold up, P.S. You can look up Rainbolt Custom Lures on obviously YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and whatnot. And any other app you get on, type in Rainbolt Custom Lures, and if I'm there, that's what I'll be under. So until next time, y'all, love y'all, have a good night.